Bonjour tout le monde, me again, Mr. Steve, your favorite homeschool teacher. So my last video I did a math lesson. I figured now I'm going to follow it up with a language lesson. One thing that's really important while you kids aren't in school, and for parents as well, is to encourage your kids to write on a daily basis. Sometimes one of the biggest challenges as a teacher is getting kids to actually put something on paper, and they get really overwhelmed when they don't know what to write about. So I find that having a journal is something that it's consistent and it's easy because they'll know exactly what to write about, because most kids are able to tell you what they did. Maybe not as a parent when they get home from school, they might not be able to tell you what they did, but as a teacher, I'm able to tease out some information from them to get them to put it on paper. So having a journal is a great way to get them writing on a daily basis for a multitude of reasons. I could go on and on about the benefits of it, but in any case, having a little book like this that they can access on a daily basis is great. But keeping a journal isn't just about writing about the day or your feelings. It's also about giving it some structure. So I'm here to help you guide your child, or to guide you if you're a student watching this, on how to write a journal. So I've written some success criteria and I'm going to show it to you right now. So to make sure we're doing the best job that we can when writing a journal, it's great to follow these steps. So when writing, you want to make sure that you wrote the date and you have a really good intro sentence. So a good intro sentence can be something as simple as, today I, or over the weekend I. So just introduce what it is you're writing about, if you're writing about that day or if you're writing about the weekend. So we'll just check that off. You want to make sure you start your sentence with a capital letter and that you end your sentence with a period. It sounds simple enough, but you'd be surprised at how many kids can leave that one out. I wrote neatly on the appropriate lines. As you can see on the page, there are lots of lines. Sometimes if your writing is kind of big, you'll want to make sure that you skip over a line. A really nice strategy for that is to put a star on every other line so that you can guide yourself when writing. So we'll check that one off. You want to use linking words to keep it fresh and interesting. Your writing gets kind of boring if every sentence is, I did this, and I did this, and I did that, and. So we want to use words like, then I did this, after that, I did that, just to keep it fresh. This one's a challenge, and I get that. My words are spelled correctly, and I've used, see, even I, as a teacher, can make mistakes here and there. I've used a resource like a dictionary to help me. So ask your parents, if you're a kid watching this video, if you could use a dictionary. You can find dictionaries on the internet. There's also these things called actual printed dictionaries that you could use. They're rare, but they exist. Also, Google Translate on any sort of portable device could work too, as long as you have access to internet. I've added lots of interesting details to my writing. So that one can be different, it can be challenging, but if you follow the questions of like who were you with, what were you doing, when did you do it? So usually you get that figured out in the beginning when you're talking about, I did it over the weekend or I did it this morning. Why did you do the thing that you did? And just give more details about that, okay? If you do that, it'll be interesting to the person reading it. And the last, and I would say the most important thing, is I check my work to ensure it makes sense. A lot of the times we write without reading what we're writing, and then when we go back or we give it to someone else, you kind of read it and go, what? That doesn't make any sense. So I check my work to ensure it makes sense. So I really hope that my handy-dandy success criteria actually helps you out and gives you some sort of guidance when you're writing your own journal, or if this is you parents out there, while helping support your child write a journal at home. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments or message me directly, and I'm more than happy to reply. Thanks so much and have a great day.